There are a lot of good and bad moments on Pawn Stars, and today we're going to cover some of them for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video as we save you from the long and drawn out hunt for bad Pawn Star scenes and good Pawn Star scenes. The first best scene we have is where the gang fixes up the old man's car. In one of the most iconic moments from the first season, Rick, Big Hoss, and Chumlee all work together to pull a fast one on the old man. They arrange to have his beloved 1966 Chrysler Imperial towed from the Gold and Silver's back lot to be given a full restoration. There's a twist. They do so in secret, so when the old man comes into the store asking where his car is, Rick tells his father that they finally sold the thing. Corey chimes in with some supporting details, saying they sold it for $1,000. After the old man threatens to unleash the wrath of God, Chumlee goes even further, informing the old man that this fictional buyer was planning on turning the rare classic into a lowrider with hydraulics and a cheetah skin interior. The old man storms off after cursing at his son and grandson. A few weeks later, the car is finished, and Rick brings the old man to the back lot to reveal the gift for his 50th wedding anniversary. The old man loves his newly restored car and even calls it a work of art. Watching the old man go from furious to ecstatic makes this one of the best moments of the show's entire run. It's a scene that reminds audiences that the Gold and Silver is run by a family and includes them in this momentous milestone. The first worst moment on the Pawn Stars is the Shoeless Joe Jackson signature that was fake. Certain pieces of vintage sports memorabilia are extremely rare and highly collectible. This fact was certainly on Rick's mind in the 6th season episode, Saying Ain't So, when a customer came into his store with a book signed by baseball player Shoeless Joe Jackson. Not only was Jackson a legendary baseball player, he was illiterate, so his signature was incredibly rare. Being wary of this rarity, Rick asked for any documentation that may support the customer's story. To his surprise, the customer produces a letter of authentication, and Rick decides to buy the book on the spot for $13,000 before the customer can change his mind and sell it somewhere else. Afterwards, Rick brings in an authenticator to see if the signature is legitimate, since he hadn't heard of the authenticator who signed the customer's letter. Unfortunately, the expert reports that the signature is likely fake. Undaunted, Rick decides to send the book off to yet another authenticator. What he gets back is a laundry list of reasons to be confident that the signature is fake. Upon hearing the news, Rick is roundly criticized by the old man, Corey, and even Chumlee for hastily spending over $10,000 on the worthless book. The next best moment would have to be the parking lot obstacle course. In the Season 2 episode Hell Week, Corey and Chumlee struggle to move a heavy statue across the store. As the two huff and puff, the old man and Rick take notice and give them grief. When their physical abilities are called into question, Corey asserts that he could beat Chumlee in any sort of competition. By the end of the day, Corey would get to test that claim. Rick challenges Corey and Chumlee to compete in an obstacle course with the stipulation that the loser will have to buy lunch for a week. The obstacle course consists of a tire stepping station, a jumping jack station, and a rope station. Rick jokes that while he's excited to see the two compete, he hopes that neither one keels over from exertion. The old man chimes in, saying that watching the two complete the obstacle course would be like watching a grizzly bear trying to ice skate. In the end, Corey ends up winning, but after the duo's clumsy performance, neither managed to impress Rick or the old man. The next and last worst moment is where the customer reacts, "My wife is gonna kill me." In the first season episode Time Machines, a man brings in a flintlock pistol he had bought at a gun show. Seeing the potential for an interesting piece of history in his store, Corey calls in an expert in vintage firearms to appraise the value of the gun. The expert relays that if the gun is authentic, it could fetch a price upwards of $2,500. However, much to the chagrin of Corey and the customer alike, the gun is not authentic and is a modern recast of an old design that is worth about $75. The customer, obviously upset, says that the person he bought the gun from told him that it had been a family heirloom for generations. In fact, that story was what made him comfortable paying $800. Outside the store, the customer says, "My wife was pissed when I bought this gun. Now she's really gonna kill me." That's all for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video. Comment down below the best and worst Pawn Stars moment that you know of. And be sure to subscribe for more content like this in the future. We'll see you next time.